Hey, do you have any comments on P. Diddy situation? Have you been to those parties before?
Have I been to his parties? No, I never went to his parties.
No?
No, man.
You never get invited to go to his party?
I think I was a little old.
Trying to get some justice. I can't even say justice because obviously there hasn't been a court process yet. We're still waiting for that to happen. But I, along with so many others, I'm sure want to see the justice play out in the right way.
And I've got Michael Jackson as a close friend. And I play Michael Jackson my song, What's Up With the Youth. And he says, Corey, that's a #1 song. That song literally can go to #1. And if you let me, I will walk it into Tommy Mottola at CBS Records right now, and I will make that song #1.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that.
Can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them.
I can tell you that the #1 problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia. That's the biggest problem for children in this industry.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Oh yeah.
Heels of the Harvey Weinstein scandal, Corey Feldman is on a mission, as he describes it, to clean up Hollywood. And it's taking on new meaning given those new allegations against Kevin Spacey that we talked about a little earlier. Feldman, a former child star, is trying to raise $10 million to fund a documentary that he says will expose a ring of pedophiles in the movie industry.
Hollywood. The glitz, the glamour, and the secrets. Corey Feldman is back, spilling details on the dark side of fame and fortune. This time he's talking about wild Hollywood parties, events that go way beyond the ordinary. And believe it or not, one name keeps coming up: Sean Diddy Combs. In today's video, we'll dive into Corey's revelations, exploring who was at these notorious parties, and what allegedly went down. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Oh yeah. Not in the same way. It's all done under the radar.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah.
You freeze. You're in shock. I mean, children aren't supposed to handle that sort of stuff. You know, kids don't think I'm gonna go. First of all, for me, the person that was doing it to me the most, you know, well, I mean, I could say that the two people that did it to me were both close friends of mine, or so I thought. Trying to get some justice. I can't even say justice because obviously there hasn't been a court process yet. We're still waiting for that to happen. But I, along with so many others, I'm sure want to see the justice play out in the right way. And hopefully nothing happens to him while he's incarcerated, and we get, you know, some real answers.
And I was like, thank you, Michael. I really appreciate that. But no, I'm good.
Why? Why no?
Well, because one, I was a real friend to him, and I didn't want him to think that I was just another leech sucking off of his teat to try to get something. You know, that wasn't my intention. My intention was to play him a song and see if he liked it and what he thought. And to hear Michael Jackson tell you that the song's a hit and could be #1, what else do you need?
Did he want to sing it?
No, he wanted to help me go to that place.
Do you regret that you didn't let him do that?
Sure, there's parts of me that go, damn it.
Corey Feldman has been clear about how he feels about Sean Diddy Combs and the parties he's known for. In a video posted by TMZ, Feldman, now 53, said he's never been to one of Diddy's parties and doesn't know him or anyone in his circle.
I will walk it into Tommy Mottola at CBS Records right now, and I will make that song #1. And I was like, thank you, Michael. I really appreciate that. But no, I'm good.
Why? Why no?
Well, because one, I was a real friend to him, and I didn't want him to think that I was just another leech sucking off of his teat to try to get something. You know, that wasn't my intention. My intention was to play him a song and see if he liked it and what he thought. And to hear Michael Jackson tell you that the song's a hit and could be #1, what else do you need?
Did he want to sing it?
No, he wanted to help me.
When asked about it, he added he might be a little old to be invited, hinting at the recent allegations against Diddy shared by attorney Tony Busby. Busby, who is representing 120 alleged victims, announced on October 1st that the youngest victim is only 9 years old, with others as young as 14 and 15. Feldman, who has publicly shared his own experience with SA, expressed his strong feelings about Diddy's charges, calling them disgusting, and saying he's grateful that justice may finally be served. Feldman, famous for his role in The Lost Boys, hopes Diddy's arrest will lead to more Hollywood perpetrators being held accountable. "I hope more of these people are taken down because children need to be protected," he added firmly.
Allowed it to go on, said nothing, didn't intervene, maybe benefited from it, profited from it. All of these individuals and entities, in my view, have exposure here. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases.
Since Diddy's arrest on September 16th for charges including human exploitation and racketeering, old comments and photos of celebrities at Diddy's parties have resurfaced. Many, like Justin Bieber and Usher, have been brought back into the spotlight due to past associations, raising more questions about who attended Diddy's parties and what may have gone on. Corey Feldman denied ever being part of Diddy's infamous freak-offs, but he did hint that other celebrities might have been involved. Now let's take a closer look at the names surfacing around these events.
And I'm so grateful that justice is being served. And I really hope that there's a continuation of this and all of these scumbags get taken down because children need to be protected.
I agree.
I agree. It's so gross. Anyway, God bless.
God bless you and enjoy the rest of your...
Ashton Kutcher. Diddy, according to some claims, is just one part of a larger network of child exploitation run by influential people. As more big names come up alongside Diddy, attention is also shifting to Ashton Kutcher, a former close associate of his. Kutcher's connection to Diddy has led some to question if he could also be involved, sparking concern about what else might be hidden in Hollywood's shadows.
But the right to pursue happiness for so many is stripped away. It's taken by force, fraud, or coercion. It is sold for the momentary happiness of another.
Ashton Kutcher, a longtime friend of Diddy, may soon be drawn into the expanding federal investigation surrounding Diddy. Rumors suggest that Kutcher, who's been close to Diddy for over 20 years, could face a subpoena, possibly putting their friendship under strain as allegations grow. Sources claim Kutcher attended Diddy's notorious parties, where some guests were allegedly exploited and secretly filmed, with recordings supposedly used by Diddy to pressure powerful associates.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote, if you have one, yeah.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked, because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you, everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table.
Reports say Kutcher and his wife Mila Kunis have decided to stay silent and separate themselves from Diddy. With the latest lawsuit from Cassie and the ongoing investigation, Mila has allegedly asked Ashton to cut contact with Diddy entirely. Many believe that as Diddy's secrets come to light, his friends could face similar scrutiny, though some speculate that Diddy's connections to high-profile politicians may protect him from serious consequences.
They got a warning, and Ashton Kutcher and him they were real tight. One time, me, him, Ashton Kutcher went to a Nets game, and we met Jay-Z there. You know what I'm saying? So they were close, they was cool.
Pastor T.D. Jakes. One unexpected name on the rumored guest list is Pastor T.D. Jakes. A video from Diddy's 53rd birthday in 2022 showed Jakes attending the party, sparking questions among his followers. A representative for Jakes clarified that he was in Los Angeles for business and attended only briefly out of courtesy, given that his sermons air on Diddy's Revolt network. However, rumors suggest that Diddy may have secretly recorded Jakes during the event and used it for leverage. Online speculation about recordings allegedly obtained from a USB, possibly shared by Cassie, adds to the intrigue around Diddy's high-profile gatherings and the figures involved.
Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed.
I ain't come to convince you or nobody, because I know who I am. That ain't what this is about. You can think whatever you want to think. I don't care. I came to do my job. I came to prophesy as I was commanded. I came to hear the master say, "Well done."
Chris Brown. Another celebrity linked to Diddy's parties is Chris Brown. In a recent lawsuit, Rodney Jones mentioned a famous R&B singer allegedly involved in questionable activities with young women and adult workers at Diddy's gatherings. Although the lawsuit didn't name the singer, hints pointed to a Grammy-winning artist with a troubled past involving a billionaire from Barbados. Given Rihanna's billionaire status and her history with Brown, many believe the reference was about him. Back in 2009, Diddy appeared on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, where he discussed hosting Chris Brown and Rihanna at his home shortly after reports surfaced of Brown's treatment of Rihanna. When Ellen asked why he would welcome someone with such allegations, Diddy said he doesn't judge friends seeking support, as long as they bring positive energy.
Well, this leads me to the perfect thing, because I would like you to clear something up. There's a lot of talk going on with Chris Brown being at your place in Miami, and you arranging Chris and Rihanna getting back together. Now, do you want to talk about that?
See, I wouldn't use my Twitter to talk about that, because that's somebody else's business.
I know, but you gave them your house.
Yeah. But we're talking about Twitter.
Yeah.
How you use Twitter, and that's something else. I'm just saying I wouldn't really Twitter about that.
Okay, let's not Twitter about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Sure.
Let's talk about it, because I think you clearly have a lot of people going, why would you do that? Why would you give Chris, a guy who hit a girl, and he's jet skiing around in your, I don't understand, because, I mean, listen, I was a huge fan of Chris's. I love his music. He's a talented guy, but to hit a girl.
Yeah, because I know both of them, and it's my house.
Ellen clarified she didn't want to send the message that it's acceptable to go back to someone who has caused harm. And while Diddy agreed, he added that people sometimes don't understand the full story of complicated relationships.
I'm the type of person that I don't cast a stone or cast a judgment on anybody. And so if a friend or friends ask me for a favor, then I'm gonna be there for a favor, as long as I know that the energy of the favor is positive for two people to sit down and talk about a situation that they're in. I'm not gonna get involved in it. I'm not gonna pass judgment on it. If I could be there as a friend during hard times, then I'm gonna be there as a friend.
Right.
But I don't know the exact particulars. I didn't get into it. I'm not gonna do this or do that. It's a dark time for them, and I was there more as a support. That was it.
This interview stirred controversy, especially when Diddy said, "We know sometimes those relationships get ugly," which some viewers felt was dismissive of the seriousness of domestic maltreatment. After the clip recently resurfaced online, many people reacted negatively to his comments, calling his remarks dark energy and insensitive. Reflecting on that interview, Diddy later apologized on Instagram, calling his behavior inexcusable, and shared that he's since sought therapy and rehab to become a better person. Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo has found herself in the spotlight recently, but not for the best reasons. Back in 1999, while dating Diddy, she was involved in a nightclub incident in New York that ended in a shooting.
Oh God, I mean, we went through some very traumatic events. This incredible stuff was happening in my career, and at the same time, he was going through the trial. It was a lot of stuff to do.
Although she and Diddy managed to leave without facing charges, new details have emerged through Rodney's lawsuit. Rodney claims that Diddy told him he was responsible for the shooting and that J-Lo actually snuck the gun into the club, handing it to Diddy after an argument.
All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook She had gunshot residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. Not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like J-Lo has said nothing. You really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was gonna take you out of the Diddy Downfall?
J-Lo and Diddy began dating in 1999 and stayed together for 2 years, ending things in 2001 due to Diddy's infidelity. According to Jennifer in a 2003 Vibe interview, fans still remember their iconic moment at the 2000 Grammy Awards when J-Lo stole the show in her famous green Versace dress. Looking back, Diddy shared in a 2017 Entertainment Tonight interview that he knew the dress would be huge for her and fashion, but never realized just how legendary it would become.
They went to the Grammys together. She wore this Versace gown. Everyone lost their minds. They coordinated wearing matching white outfits at the MTV Video Music Awards. Then it came all crashing down. Valentine's Day 2001, they announced they broke up.
Diddy later admitted that Jennifer was, without a doubt, one of his greatest loves. Even after their split, they kept things friendly, reconnecting at a party in 2018. In 2021, Diddy posted a throwback photo of them, hinting that their past relationship still held a special place in his heart. The timing was especially interesting since J-Lo had just rekindled her romance with Ben Affleck, sparking plenty of rumors and raising eyebrows everywhere.
Do you want to know when Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's marriage troubles began? On their honeymoon. Let me break it down for you. A report just came out in page 6. Translation: somebody very close to Jennifer Lopez in her camp is speaking out, getting out her side of the events.
The photo, simply captioned, #TBT, didn't come with any explanation, but its timing was suspicious, especially since J-Lo and Ben were starting to reconnect. Naturally, the internet was buzzing with questions. Was Diddy trying to stir up drama, or was it just a nostalgic post? He set the record straight in an interview with Vanity Fair, explaining, "There was no trolling involved. That's just my friend." Diddy made it clear he wasn't trying to comment on J-Lo's current relationship or personal life, but by then the rumors had already spread, leaving people wondering if there was more to it. It's uncertain how involved Lopez is with these recent allegations, but given how serious things have gotten, she might feel the need to address it, even as she navigates her own divorce. With Diddy's recent arrest on racketeering and other charges, fans are taking a closer look at J-Lo's past relationship with him, adding even more curiosity to the mix.
Everybody's writing about you. There's always rumors about you, too. How do you deal with it? You've got something you want to tell us in the press?
We don't care?
Naomi Campbell. Calling Naomi controversial is an understatement, and that's without even getting into the charity theft allegations. Word has it she was a regular at Diddy's parties, which isn't all that surprising given her past ties to some questionable men. Remember her unusual connection with Charles Taylor, the Liberian dictator and convicted war criminal?
And she introduced me to a lot of people. She made me feel special. She did a lot of things for me.
Y'all need to understand this is something that happened since I was 19. My goal is now happiness.
In 2010, she testified in his war crimes trial about some diamonds she received from him. She initially said some unknown men gave her dirty-looking diamonds that she assumed were from Taylor. But her story changed so much that people suspected she wasn't being truthful. At one point, she even denied getting any diamonds. While Taylor ended up with a 50-year sentence for war crimes, Naomi managed to sidestep further involvement.
You received a diamond from Charles.
I didn't receive a diamond, and I'm not going to speak about that. Thank you very much.
You were not aware of Epstein activities. Did you know who he was?
Yes, I knew him. I was introduced to him on my 31st birthday by my ex-boyfriend Flavio.
Naomi hasn't just been linked to one controversial figure, she was also close to Harvey Weinstein, and we all know his story. That's not the end of her connections, though. She's also been associated with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. During Maxwell's trial, documents revealed that Naomi allegedly took several trips on Epstein's private jet to his island, where disturbing events are said to have occurred. But after Epstein's arrest, Naomi quickly separated herself saying she barely knew him. She claimed that she'd been introduced by an ex-boyfriend and only saw Epstein at fashion events, insisting she never saw anything suspicious. So it's no shock her name is now coming up in Diddy's case. Naomi and Diddy have been close friends for years, and there were even rumors of them dating in the early 2000s. But once allegations against Diddy surfaced, she quietly removed all their pictures together from her Instagram, as if we hadn't seen them hanging out for years. She was reportedly around when Diddy was dating Cassie and allegedly saw him mistreat her several times, yet chose to stay silent. Now, new reports claim not only was she at Diddy's infamous freak-offs, but she may have even helped recruit young women for these parties. As shocking as that sounds, this isn't the first time Naomi has been accused of something like this. British actress Katie Noble once called out both Oprah and Naomi, accusing them of helping Weinstein trap her, which led to SA.
He was with people in which I admired dearly. He was with Naomi Campbell, he had Oprah Winfrey there with him, who entered the room and was swinging off his arm and just seemed like a very dear friend.
So yeah, hearing that Naomi might have been involved in Diddy's freak-offs isn't all that surprising at this point. Kuba Gooding Jr. The feds are also saying that Kuba Gooding Jr. was also having a good time at Diddy's parties. And honestly, that's not surprising at all.
And then his hands all on his leg and everything. It was crazy, bro. I don't even believe that. So when you see Kuba Gooding fighting a case here in New York, when he said the girl was saying that he was groping her and everything like that, I'm glad they didn't show that picture at his trial.
Lil Rod hinted at this in his lawsuit, saying Kuba wasn't just blending into the background, he was fully in on the action. According to Rod, Diddy introduced him to Kuba on his yacht, where things took a turn. Kuba allegedly started getting way too close, touching and groping him inappropriately. Rod even provided a photo showing Kuba looking uncomfortably friendly, which definitely makes people wonder. It's the old saying, birds of a feather flock together, and it seems like these two had plenty in common.
Nah, he would fight you. You understand? So I could see with a person like Lil Rod, he probably was roughing him up, grabbing him, groping him, you know what I'm saying? Acting like he playing with him, but he actually want him to do what he want him to do.
Hello, everyone. Until further notice, I would not be performing at any gigs or anything like that. For security reasons, my family, friends, and everyone close to me just feels like there's a lot of potential threats, and everybody's just telling me what he's allegedly capable of, and it's very scary for myself, and it has me worried about my kids, and just sleeping with anxiety and different things like that. So just moving forward, just gonna pause on everything until we know that it's clear and safe for me to come back outside of work. I appreciate you all for your love and support, and everybody that knows me, etc. Thank you so much. Love.
Even before this Diddy scandal broke, Kuba was already under fire for inappropriate behavior with women. In 2014, his wife of 20 years, Sarah, filed for separation, though she didn't give details. Rumors were that Kuba's infidelity had finally reached a breaking point. Some even speculated she found out that he had allegedly SA'd other women. After Sarah left, things only seemed to get worse. Over 30 women have since accused Kuba of inappropriate conduct, with many questioning if more are staying silent. This situation feels like a Diddy 2.0, and there's so much to unpack. One accuser shared her story from March 1st, saying Kuba walked into a bar around midnight, harassing several women. While they were taking photos with him, he'd grab their faces. If they reacted, he'd either touch their chest or say he loved them. A video even shows him touching a woman without her permission at the bar.
So you seeing on pictures, do you believe his claims?
Yeah, I believe his claims. If somebody put something in Kuba Gooding Jr. ear that this was fresh meat, or see can you break him, or see can you do something? Because don't no other man be that close to no other man, for that reason. Come on, bro. That's crazy.
Another woman said he SA'd her in 2013 after they met at a hotel in Soho. She described how, after inviting her for a drink, he mentioned needing to change clothes and asked her to go to his room. Once they were there, he allegedly SA'd her. Kuba was arrested for this in 2019, and the footage of his arrest is well known.
There he is. Income.
This wasn't Kuba's only legal issue. He settled another criminal case in Manhattan without going to trial, pleading guilty to harassment after he was accused of kissing a woman without consent. In another lawsuit, a woman accused him of battery, SA, and emotional distress. The court ruled that he owed the plaintiff, Natasha Ashworth, $80,000 in damages. To avoid jail time in the Soho case, he agreed to a plea deal, pleading guilty to a lesser charge.
To Oscar-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. facing new charges of misconduct and now surveillance surfacing. Here's ABC's Gio Benitez.
Tonight, Cuba Gooding Jr. pleading not guilty to new charges after this video obtained by TMZ surfaced. In it, you can see the actor appearing to grope a woman in a New York City restaurant. Gooding also pleading not guilty 2 weeks ago to charges from another allegation in 2018.
In his defense, Kuba's lawyer commented, "He's just outgoing and friendly. Sure, he might be a bit flirty, but he's not disrespectful. He values women. I've known him for 30 years, and he's never faced serious charges before. I don't think this case will set a precedent or hurt his record." Will Smith. Will Smith has been at the center of controversy for a while now, with rumors swirling about his relationships, particularly with Dwayne Martin. Some fans think there's more going on, especially given how close Will and Dwayne are.
Dwayne dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up on him. Like, it was in there.
One rumor that's been making the rounds is that Will once suggested an intimate night with Jada Pinkett Smith and J-Lo, which supposedly upset Diddy. After that, Diddy and J-Lo reportedly left the party together, sparking speculation about Diddy's possible jealousy and his involvement in some questionable activities.
When you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were gonna beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
With Will's close connection to Diddy and these rumored requests, many fans are wondering if he might be one of the celebrities featured in Diddy's controversial videos. Christina Coram. Coram, who is Colmes' chief of staff, is listed as a co-defendant in Jones's lawsuit. Jones accuses Coram of regularly providing narcotics and adult workers for Colmes and his guests, as well as forcing Jones to carry substances for Colmes and hire adult workers for him. The lawsuit also claims that Coram played a role in aiding and abetting Colmes' alleged essay and helped groom Jones for these activities.
Rodney Little Rod Jones filed that lawsuit against Sean Combs and many others. Christina Coram was one of the people named as a defendant in the suit. And I want to be crystal clear. Sean Combs has vehemently denied these allegations. His attorney, Sean Hawley, has been quoted as saying they've tried to present evidence to Little Rod's attorney to disprove the claims, but they've been rebuffed. So that would make anything Lil Rod claimed about Christina Coram untrue as well in Combs' eyes.
While she's not officially named as a co-defendant in another lawsuit, Coram is mentioned in a 2024 SA case filed by an unnamed woman. The woman says Coram frequently arranged for her to travel and perform for Combs, with staff sending drivers to her home to take her to him, making her feel like she had no choice but to comply. Justin Dior Combs and Christian Combs. Justin Dior Combs, Sean Combs' son, is mentioned in the lawsuit filed by Jones. The suit claims that Jones witnessed both Justin and his father involved with adult workers and letting underage girls into a listening party where the women's drinks were reportedly tampered with. The lawsuit also accuses Christian Combs, another of Sean Combs' sons, of getting a woman intoxicated and essaying her.
Diddy's 26-year-old son Christian, who was handcuffed and questioned during the LA raid, also posted for the first time. He says, quote, "Stop with the caps," which is slang for lies.
Jones's lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, is also representing a woman named Grace O'More-Kai in a separate lawsuit filed in April. Grace claims Christian essayed her on a yacht owned by Sean Combs, who is listed as a co-defendant in this case. Both Justin and Christian Combs have denied the accusations. Carisha Brownlee, aka Young Miami. Young Miami, one half of the rap duo City Girls, had a relationship with Combs in recent years. Back in August, She said she knew nothing about the accusations against him. On her Revolt TV show, Carisha Please, she explained that she couldn't speak on the allegations because she wasn't there when they supposedly happened, and she didn't know the person involved in the accusations.
How the saying go? If they like it, then I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. This is Diddy and Young Miami on New Year's Eve on a yacht, baby. Let's look at these pictures. Love this green dress. It's giving a lot of money. Drone view.
However, in September, a lawsuit filed by an unnamed woman mentioned Brownlee. The lawsuit claims that from 2021 to 2024, the woman was forced to travel and perform for Colmes multiple times, with her travel expenses covered by Colmes' staff member, Christina Coram. The suit also says that in 2022, the woman was pressured to take substances and engage in intercourse with Colmes. When she found out she was pregnant and informed him, the lawsuit claims that Brownlee repeatedly harassed her, urging her to end the pregnancy. The stress from this pressure is said to have led to a miscarriage. Harvey Pierre. In December 2023, a woman filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs, Harvey Pierre, the former president of Bad Boy Entertainment, and another man of exploitation and essaying her as a group when she was 17 years old. According to the lawsuit, the victim, who was in high school at the time, met Pierre at a lounge in Michigan in 2003. She claims that Pierre essayed her by forcing her to perform fellatio. Afterward, Pierre allegedly contacted Colmes, who convinced the underage girl to fly with him on a private jet to New Jersey.
But speaking of Harvey Pierre, how do you feel about him getting accused of
like I said, anything that has to do with those people have to prove that. But are they capable? Yeah, they're capable. Look at the atmosphere. They in the music industry. They in the music business. They set up those type of, they learn the tricks of the trade.
The lawsuit states that once they arrived, the victim, Pierre, and two other men were taken to Colmes' recording studio in New York, where they gave her narcotics and alcohol. According to the victim, Colmes, Pierre, and another man then essayed her as a gang. She also says she has little memory of how she returned to Michigan the next day. The suit lists Daddy's House Recordings and Bad Boy Entertainment as co-defendants. Pierre has denied the accusations in a statement to TMZ.
They see the bottles when they open them, and they trying to keep their eyes on because they don't want to get no kind of put in their system. But what they don't understand is in the orange juice and it's in the cranberry juice. They done put the pills and the stuff in there, the roofies.
But what's your take on what's really going on? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.